Welcome to Cities Skylines Parklife. As you can see, the Silver City has been building up. It's now reached a population of 60,000. We've got some parks going, which is the focus of what this series is about, is exploring the new Parklife DLC. If you're following the series, you'll see up here I've built a new area here, and the reason for that is the fact that, well, as you can see here, I've got demand for commercial, and what we want to do is just get this up and running. I think if we come in like that, we come in. I think yeah, let's vary it a little bit. I think what we can do is come out like that, and we're just going to win. Probably not wanting to take the city much higher in population. We're just going to let the city grow at its own pace. If it wants to develop more, we'll let it. I mean, an ideal target for a city, unless you're really wanting to push the boundaries, is about 100,000. I think once you get above 100,000, it gets a bit more trickier to manage everything. I think what we can do is just come in and connect that up. And I think we can bring this in like that, and I think we could come in like that. Can do is just it's not gonna like that too much. Okay, we'll just have to put a loose link like that, and come across like that. Of course, what we're going to do is a whole raft of and that. Some commercial in there, and of course we're going to need to put some water in. And one of the problems you do get when a city gets to around over 50,000 is you can get a situation where the city doesn't actually develop in there. You can zone up areas, and these areas don't actually grow, is probably the correct way of saying it. And I think what I'm going to do is just connect through like that as well. Of course, one of the problems I will have here is the fact that we don't actually have, push this out, we don't actually have all the services over this side of the city, so we're going to have to be very, very careful about how things go. It doesn't have power. Do is just drop in that should give us a power hookup. Nope, not yet. Okay, well, we do need resources here, so what we could do is just drop in a crematorium there. That should then hook through the power, and we'll just have a quick check from the crime point of view. I think we're okay. Wow. Okay, fire safety. As we have poor fire safety down here. Okay, I think we're just going to improve the city like that. Yeah, and sometimes it's due to the density of the buildings, so we've got a high density there. So crime is okay, fire is a little bit icky. I think maybe we need to put another fire station in there. That should drive this a little bit. Of course, we've got the trees around here. This is why we got things like these fire towers here, because one thing you can't fight with normal fire stations is forest fires. Just a bit worried about this area here. That's the park there. Okay, maybe let's drop a fire station in like that. Yeah, that will And how about trash? In fact, let's just have a quick look through. I know this isn't actually, we can speed this up a little bit. I will get to the parks eventually, guys. Sometimes you've just got to do a little bit of the old maintenance. I think what we can do is, I think, take this out this way. I think we're here, incineration plant. Just put a recycling station out here, like that. It's bound to want water, so whoops. Gonna need power. Okay, let me just see. And what else can we put out here? Don't want a sports hall or gymnasium. Okay, if that will, yeah, that's connected up. That's driving the city. Some reason I've been keeping an eye on this over here. This park entrance doesn't seem, I don't know if it's because it's on a corner, and I just want to check this as well. If I put in a road out like that, and yeah, as I say, I don't know if it's due to the fact that this is actually on a corner, but the trash wagons, this park entrance always seems to have a problem. So here we've still got problems with commercial. Wow, there must be a massive demand for commercial at the moment. Actually, what we could do, I think we're just going to put more traditional commercial in here. Just keep backfilling this area here a little bit. We'll leave a gap here for residential, and I think what we probably could do. Trouble is, we don't really have that much in the way of public transport up here. So what we may have to do eventually is connect this through. Actually, we need to check education. Okay, high school, university's good. One university can often cover the whole city. We've got no problem with, I think what we're going to do is pop a school in there. And I think we'll put an elementary school in. You will find that you've got to keep putting in schools everywhere. And it'd be really fantastic if you could have bigger schools or something. We're obviously building into the side of the hill now. I think what we'll do, I think just to drive this up, I think if we put in take that out there, put a bit of offices in here, that should start to take up some of the demand for industrial. I'm going to keep this more what you would call early city skylines. It's parks and commercial. Fill an area here like that. And of course, what I could do is put in a big strip like that through there. That should. But sometimes, if you watch, this doesn't actually develop. Yes, it's starting to fill in now. The other thing you also see here, guys, is the city's not growing, and this can occur once you get up above 50,000. The city appears to go into flat spots, and this seems to be a result of the city going into some kind of balance, where what you're getting is people dying, leaving the city at the same rate new people come in. But don't panic about it, guys. Often it will just work its way through. Anyway, I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to check out here this theme park. We're up to what we got here, Fulton Experience. Well, we're up to level 4 here. What we got here, got a 2000. The zoo's growing pretty steadily, so just pretty soon reach level 4. I think I've still got a problem with the national park, and That's actually needs a bit more entertainment put into it. So what we're going to do is just drop something more stuff to the nature reserve. I think the nature reserve is a little bit low compared to the other parks with when it comes to putting the stuff down, but then I suppose you could say it is a bit of a challenge in the sense that actually let's just, you know, what do you put in a nature reserve? I mean, I suppose, and I'm sure that the oops, no, wrong one. Put this out here. I think might be able to just push this out round like that. Yeah, so I think that's going to be always be an issue with the nature reserve, but I mean it's fun. I mean it's something that can be developed over time. So I think we're just going to ignore the. And what we can do is just put a few more down around the nature trail here. I mean, the problem is do you bunch everything up in the sense of where you want stuff, or do you just keep everything spread out? One thing we haven't tried is fence. I mean, we got the area here. Let's just go. That's cool. You can kind of a fence here. Maybe just defining the edge of the nature reserve like that. Real rustic fence. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. And yeah, I can see uses for that. I think what we're going to do is add a bit more. Maybe we'll put another camping ground in here. Put some pitches in like this. Hopefully we'll be able to get up a little bit. I'm sure there will be a massive variety of tents. Oh, looks a bit. Yeah, well, maybe that's not quite so good. Hazard warning here, guys. Look, tents on slopes have big bases. But yeah, well, I'm just gonna leave that for the moment. We'll just let it. Might be able to blend it in a bit, but I doubt it. Softened terrain. I think the presence of the roads will stop it. Yeah, we'd have to take out the roads, and the roads are fixing this area here. I mean, that's probably just making it a bit worse. Well, it's made it look a little bit better. In fact, probably if we now take that out and maybe just put in a few tints this side. Yeah, it's not going to work along this center section here, so take out these and delete that. And then maybe if we sometimes when you're doing this, you've got to. Yeah, that works a little bit better now. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a rise to it, but I think we can live with that. Get to put yeah, so we can make it look like it's being terraced in here. Have a quick look and see. Oh, still needs a little bit more. I think maybe we could have we can get a lookout on this side. So it's got a view out this way towards the mountains. Pretty good view actually. I like that. So, I think that fits there with the viewing platform. Yep, that should be enough. And of course what we've got is the tourist overlay. Obviously this isn't quite so touristy. Got the balloon flying over the top. I mean, we could put in another balloon tour. Wow. Bit of a death wave going on here. Thought I had a crematorium over here. Yeah. Obviously this is not circulating very well. You can get this when you build these type of narrow areas here. It can actually cause a problem. So we had a fire here as well. Okay. That's a hint that again the park entrance here. It's almost like the park entrances act as the garbage for the whole of the park area. Therefore they need a lot more attention than a normal ones at park info. Doesn't tell us much about this area policy advertisement campaign. I suppose we could run an advertising campaign there, and actually let's see what the policies are on here. Fine for fireworks and animal ethics. Okay, so we got everything maxed out. Oops, looks like we got a bit of a water problem over here. Yep, okay. Join that in there. I mean, I don't really want to lift this area here. I think what we can do, we're now getting a demand for residential, so what we could do is just hook through here like this. So we get a little bit more relaxed what we're building. Hook through here like that. Hook that. And what we will do, let's check the zoning. Maybe we'll just extend this out this way, like that. Cover this area. That. And what we can do, again, just gonna fill this area in. Actually, we'll fill all this area in like this, guys. So I'm just letting the city do that. Just fill its requirements as and when it grows. I think what we can do is just put a big watch of offices in there. And hopes we better hook that through there, that through there. This isn't really a planned city, just very much now letting the city grow organically. I think what we could do, we've got pollution here. Just have a quick look at the public transport. Don't have a lot in the way of public transport here, but we could bring out more on this side now. Open up this side. What we could do actually is open up this side completely. We've got a train station coming in there. What we could do is just have a look. Let's have a think, guys. Let me just try something out. Space already occupied. Let's take this off. If I put a footbridge in like that, what I could do is start building up a commercial zone here if I really wanted to. No. Oh, I think we'll just leave that footbridge in just for the sake of it. I think what we will do is we'll just pull out a bit more commercial over here. Put the mapping back on. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Put round by the water pumps. Fill in like this. Again, we're just going to check the zoning. I think maybe we'll just zone this area in here like this. And if we actually put that, oh, we've reached a level 4 zoo. We've now got a monkey palace and a giraffe enclosure. We'll have a look at that in a minute. And I think what we're going to do is let's put in a leisure in here like that. Hemlock Park, and I think leisure fits better with low level. Actually, what we could do is just, I mean, and who cares being next to the pumps if you've got a good thing going leisure wise. We can put a bit more commercial there. Oh, achievement, Earth Loving City. So I've just acquired an achievement from the Green Cities DLC. Oh. So obviously I must have triggered something like that, and maybe we'll just put some there. So let's have a quick look. Still got this death wave here, still got the trash problem here, the zoo. It definitely must be something to do with the density of the zoo itself and all that. Anyway, let's have a look, guys, at what we've got here from the point of view of a zoo. We've now got a monkey palace. Wow, that's, I don't know, that's not that big. Drop monkey palace in there. That fit. Well, they like it. So. Oh, maybe if we drop a path up here. Linked up like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit distorted just there. Obviously it's going to take a little while to blend these buildings in, but I think it'll be okay. Have a look. But there's silverback gorillas in there. I think I'm going to have to get a better camera. The camera's still quite weak, even despite all the various iterations of the game. So what I'll do is just come in here. Wow. That's going to be massive and giraffe enclosure. Okay. Right, let's just hook this up. Yeah, I think I get a feeling that to make this really work, you're going to have to. Oh, that's neat. You get a little bridge effect there. Oh, that's pretty cool, guys. About to say that to make this work, you've got to actually do a few things, but maybe if we, oh, only get one big section. I think maybe what we can do is the population's now down to 56 there, so you can see how the city is stagnating a little bit. But I mean, we could stimulate it, but I'm not worried about that, guys. That's not the purpose of this series. Entrance there. Yep. Actually really like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, guys. Giraffes here. We've got some really good animations now in there. Oh, look at that. A baby giraffe running around. Yeah, they've got some fantastic animations now coming into the actual city, or the new props and buildings that they're putting down. And I think we're just gonna got a meter. I think this is Meteorite Park. Yep, one of the parks that was introduced as part of the Disasters DLC. Let's have a quick look to see how our going. It's 1,000. That's growing quite. I think maybe we need a bit more entertainment. Let's see how our tourism's going. Got 54% attractiveness. We're getting 778 tourists a week. So getting plenty of tourists. We're getting a little bit there. It's quite surprising how the tourism tends to relate to parks and everything around here. Still got go back up. Yeah, the high school's dropping down again. Wow. Okay, let's get some more education going. I think we drop one in there. Keep building it through. Keep trying to drive the city a little bit. Yeah. See the effect of education now. The education is actually helped with the situation. I think what we could probably do is kind of a bit inclined to pick these up and move them away from the edge of the, like that. Power should still be connected through. Yep. And then that opens up this area here for a little bit more industrial. Let's have a quick look at the zoning. Yeah, we got Bourne Heights is a commercial. I think this is a quick look. Yeah, I mean we could. Yeah, I think we could expand this area a little bit just to pull up some of the commercial industrial demand. I think maybe we'll just do this like that, and just to draw that in. That. Yeah, the city's kind of become stagnant around 56,000 population. Not a problem, guys. As I say, don't worry about it. If it happens, eventually it will work its way through. No lower workers here. I think maybe we can have a quick look at what we've got now. But yeah, just to wind this part up, guys, what we're going to do is have a quick look at the buildings. This is from the transport DLC. I can't actually remember what it is now. Multi-platform train station. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of multi-platform train stations. They seem to be a little bit broken in some ways and a little bit over the top. Fan zone park. Okay, actually what we could do is give me an idea, guys. Go back. Festival area. Wow, that's pretty big. Attracts tourists and infuses your city with musical vibes by building a festival. That's successful music events. Okay, what have we got here? Traffic park. Okay, let's just have a little bit of a move around here. I think, yeah, if we put that there, that will still be part of the park, and this is a level 5 park anyway. So if we get there, oh yeah, let's put a music festival venue in here as well. That might actually, and this is part of the, I think this is a part of a small DLC, I don't know what you'd call it, culture pack read there. It wasn't a full-blown DLC, and what this actually does, just to show you guys, is you can actually have events here. The artist, the next event is on the 1st of the 10th, 2030. We'd have about 11 months to go with this, and what we probably can do is a little bit of advertisement we've got there. And as I say, this is actually a part of a new mini game that comes up. And in fact, when Colossal Order actually made this, they actually got artists, real life artists, to record special songs for this. So it's quite a fascinating small mini DLC that was actually introduced. I don't know how far, but that might pull in more tourists into this area. And actually, what if you could put a, wow, see here that we've actually got a massive amount of green here. I think what I will probably do is develop this area from a perspective of making this into a mini town. This is what I was going to do when I was actually considering making this into a larger city before I kind of changed my mind. And I think we're going to do it, guys. Just a quick round off of this part, and I'll put the junction in. What we're going to do is just put in something here like this. I have to take out the railway, and we're just going to come here. I think we can put a full-blown double roundabout in here like this. Oops. And what I would probably do is work on this off camera, but I just want to show you the main connection, and because this is how you can actually grow the city. I'm just going to connect that up like that, that like that. Oops. And then we're going to come to the rail line. What's trains, boats and planes. And what we can do is just get down, go underneath like that. So we're going to come up, just going to click that through like that, and what we've now got is an open connection here. Oh, that's a bit, I suppose we can live with that. And what I'll do is we'll start to build in an area here. So, and then what we could do is build a combination of residents maybe out here, some industrial and commercial here. We can build a train station in here, and then I won't actually put a road connection across the river. What we're going to be doing is putting in public transport and areas here. So if we have a high density of residential here, so what we could probably do, would I put my traditional roundabout in? I think what we can do is trying to think the best way to do this, guys. What we'll do is just put in here, and sometimes this is when you've got the city stuck like this, sometimes this can be the best way to actually get the city to come back alive again. Right. Actually just freestyle this in. Okay. And I'm just going to come like that. And then what I'll just do is drop a, don't need a massive roundabout here, something in the range of, actually come back a bit further like that. I think maybe we're thinking about, okay, we'll go for a 180. Game keeps insisting on it, so it should be a 180, so I'm not going to argue with the game. And just going to click that up like that. This, I think what we'll probably have to do is snick this back a little bit and connect up. We'll make it soundproof and come in like that. I'm just going to connect up like this round, and we're just going to take out that area there. We've now got an area here, and for all you guys who complain that I don't actually put in dual carriageways, maybe this side of the city we will have a dual carriageway effect. Maybe we'll just come up like this, like that, there. I'm just going to come across that, and maybe just like, oops, that. Of course, we need to connect this through. Enter. Restyle it. Oh, and there we are. We've now reached a level 5 park. Let's go and check that out in a minute, guys. Actually, that just connection. Otherwise, I'll forget all about it. Great. I will work on this off camera, guys, because this is not really the focus, but what we are going to do now is just have a quick look. We've now reached a level 5 park, and it's still growing. Nice entertainment factor, and it said we've unlocked a boulder. Not sure what a boulder park is. We're just going to have a quick look, because of course part of this new DLC is, oh, okay, actually got, so what's the attraction of this then? Okay, and something which I haven't actually used in this part so far is they introduced this, and as part of this DLC they've actually now introduced these boulders, so you can, I'll just put a few out just to show you guys, and I mean, they're a little bit big, but you've got smaller individual ones here. Wow, so you could actually create a natural outcrop like this. Not sure if that fits. Cliff could work, but this is something you would want to sculpt in caves. Okay, let's just put these here. That's like a, what they call it, it's a sinute or sinkhole actually, isn't it? Actually quite like that. I think that looks quite unique in its own sense there, guys, actually. Yeah, I think the part I actually neglected, I haven't, so maybe we'll just, wow, I hadn't realised. Okay, maybe we're the tourists to look something else to look at here. Could build up quite an interesting landscape here. Bit artificial, but okay. Yeah, I quite like that. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Ah, that's interesting. Got to test something, guys. I put in nope, that wasn't the effect of that there. Oh, we obviously missed the event here. Popularity change -14. Ha. Obviously the Nesta wasn't particularly featured concerts. Oh, but they've actually lost popularity, probably because I wasn't paying attention and running the mini game. Anyway guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.